Welcome, families, to the virtual Back to School Night Principals Message. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to start things off by going over our title script. This is something that needs to be read each and every year because Indian Creek is a Title I school. You may be asking, well, what is a Title I school? Well, here you go. Title I is the largest federal funded program available to schools, which gives schools federal money to work with students who are considered at risk for learning. The extra dollars allow for the hiring of personnel who work with Title I students and teachers, provide more opportunities for parent and family workshops, and have more opportunities for staff development and student activities. Our school is a school-wide program, meaning any student who is enrolled and shows an academic need for assistance is automatically eligible to receive intervention or assistance. At Indian Creek, we call that our win time. This can be in the form of one-on-one support, small group support, classroom support, professional development for teachers to help support student learning, and etc. Each school, like Indian Creek, is able to design our own level of programs and supports that meets the needs of our students. Some other examples that may be the Title I money may be used for include additional staff, money for family and parent workshops, money available for student activities, and money available for professional development. Title I district, school, and parent policies will be distributed to families this fall. They outline the rights as a parent of a child attending a Title I school. Each spring, families have the opportunity to give input onto the changes that might need to be made to the policies the following year. All families will be invited to give input. That will be during one of our Parent Faculty Organization or PFO meetings. All right, let's get going here. Indian Creek, one of our hashtags is I See All the Time, and what that means is we are trying to remind ourselves as staff members here that we want to provide our students with unique learning opportunities that they can only get right here at Indian Creek, and our hashtag I See All the Time is our reminder of that. Our mission and vision is to help engineer the future. Our vision is to establish a transformative educational institution that recognizes and nurtures the incredible brilliances that exist within all of our students. We are committed to breaking the barriers of traditional schooling by providing student-centered instruction that empowers every student to develop agency over their learning journey, regardless of individual differences. Through our unwavering belief all students can and will learn, we will foster a community where diversity is celebrated and individual talents are cultivated to create a more equitable world. We strive to empower our students to engineer their future. One of the ways we do that is by focusing on STEM. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. You will see STEM embedded in everything our students do. We have been recognized by the Department of Education now twice. This is our first banner we received back in 2016. We have now earned this banner twice. We are one of the few schools in the state that can say that. We were one of the first 11 schools in the state of Indiana that earned this certification. One of the ways we earn it is by providing students with unique STEM and STEAM opportunities. Some of those opportunities include our makerspace, our outdoor lab, and unique learning experiences like our 4th grade flight day. Each grade level tries to provide students with unique learning opportunities that are tied to grade level standards, and this 4th grade flight day is a perfect example of that. Every student who attends Indian Creek participates in at least 4 unique STEM learning experiences at their grade level every single year. We also have some unique related arts classes available to all students. We have some traditional classes like physical education and music, but then we also have digital media, robotics and design, and STEAM. Those 3 are all focused on our STEM certification. Digital media is new this year, and I've highlighted that in blue. Miss Kenya Williams will be our teacher in there, and she is a communications major, and she's teaching our students how to use digital media, like social media, making posters, making videos, and we've already started utilizing student videos on morning announcements from her class. We also have STEAM, which we added about 2 years ago with Mrs. Bram, and you've been able to see our students bring home some amazing pieces of art. School goals this year, we have 3 big ones. The first one is 80% of our 3rd graders passing the iRead test. Our second one is a 10% increase in the number of students who are considered at or above proficiency on our iLearn assessment. And a big one here this year is attendance. We want to average a 95% attendance rate here at Indian Creek. Last year we were at 92. What are some ways that you can help for all 3 of those goals? is by using iReady. iReady is a great tool to be able to use it at home. Students should be getting on my path. You should know that phrase as a parent. You can tell your kids, hey, hop on my path. Let's do 5 to 10 minutes of my path. That's something the students have available to them and something that they can get on at any time. Also be aware that we celebrate iReady goals. Every student should know what their goals are for the year. Every week, students should be getting 45 minutes a week for both reading and mathematics. They should be passing at least one lesson per week, and they should try to maintain a 70% passing rate. The final goal that we have is a growth goal, and that's based on a student's scale score. We encourage all of our parents to talk to their student about their scale score. Make sure each student knows what their current scale score is and what their goal is for the end of the school year. Reading logs are also important to be checked every single night. Listen to your child read and ask questions about what they are reading and make sure they can answer them. I also want to point out that on iReady and in reading logs, parents, you can help out. Don't be afraid to help with the iReady. Now, that doesn't mean you do it for them, but it does mean you can assist and help teach them as they work through those iReady lessons. And then make sure you're assigning those assignment notebooks in grades 3 through 6. Here's some of our related arts classes that our students get opportunities. All students get the opportunity to participate in. There's our 3D printer or laser cutter, actually. That's our laser cutter in the makerspace that our students have access to. They were actually building gliders as part of their 4th grade flight unit. I also want to take time today to point out the safety measures that are put in place. Now, these are not traditional safety measures that we're used to from when we were a kid, guys. These are safety measures that are based on what's happening in the world around us and how we need to respond as a school. We do have Safe Schools visitor system at the front desk, and all visitors must have ID to enter the building. Those IDs will get scanned and will be ran a quick background check. Visitors must have an appointment to enter the building, and visitors are limited to an hour of time at a school, and they are only allowed in common areas. We will not have any visitors in classrooms. And again, those measures are put in place for the safety of all students. As a parent, you do not want strangers in your child's classroom. We have a double buzzer system in our entryway. You have to get buzzed in the building 2 different times by an adult. We have updated camera system. We are constantly always on an external lockdown at all times. All external doors are locked at all times. And we have an increased police presence. So when you see a police officer parked at Indian Creek's parking lot, please do not be alarmed. That is a daily occurrence. We also have brand new $7,000 walkie-talkies that connect directly to the police department if needed. We also have up-to-date information on Skyward, which we want to encourage all parents to make sure that their information is correct so that we can contact you in case of emergency. If we don't have the right number, we cannot get in touch with you. Also want to make sure all our families are aware of our champion expectations. We tell students at Indian Creek to be a champion. And so what does that mean? That means that you are respectful, responsible, and safe at all times. And we want to encourage all families to continue to use that language outside of school. Be respectful, be responsible, and safe at all times. One way we encourage students to do that is providing monthly champion tips. Hopefully, families, you have heard these before and you're using them at home. The first one we do every single year is, Tim, what do you do when someone is rude? You talk, you ignore, and you move away. This is a great life lesson, not only for students, but for adults as well. Please, parents, we encourage you to use these champion tips each month outside of Indian Creek. Next month will be Sam. We'll be encouraging students to say they're sorry, accept responsibility, and make it right when they have been rude or disrespectful to somebody. And in fundraising, you know we got one going on right now. We have our trash bag fundraiser going on. We have trash bags and coupon books going on simultaneously, and we'll need your help on that. We need help in the winter. I think that's going to happen in February, to be specific. And we will need help selling candy bars. That has been a great fundraiser for us. We average about $9,000 from selling those candy bars. And in the spring, we're going to bring back the walk-a-thon, and students will collect donations to walk and have a party out on the parking lot, and that'll be in the spring, probably in May. We have 3 big community events. These are all title nights this year. October 7th, go ahead and mark your calendar. That is Harvest Hoopla. We do need volunteers. We need volunteers to help set up, clean up. We need volunteers for the outdoor lab, the haunted trails. If you want to help scare some kiddos and have a good time, we do need volunteers for that, so you can sign up to help with our haunted trails. And then in February, we have our amazing VIP dance. That's my favorite event of the year. And then in May, we end the year with a spring fling. Last year, we tried Bounce-A-Palooza, and we're going to try it again this year. And sponsors, we do our school-wide t-shirt. We need 1,000 t-shirts for all the staff members and students in this building throughout the school year, and it's not possible without our sponsors. If you know of a business that would like to sponsor the purchase of our school-wide shirt, please get in contact with our front office at any time. And we want to thank all of our previous sponsors for helping make that possible. This will be the 9th year in a row that we have had school-wide t-shirts. Every single student at Indian Creek receives a shirt free of charge, courtesy of our sponsors. And then finally, I just want to wrap things up by reminding you to please stay connected. If you do not have the app Parent Square, please get that immediately. That is a way for you to contact your classroom teacher directly, and you don't have to call the front office. You can just shoot a message via Parent Square, and the teacher will receive it. Make sure you're also getting the Sunday messages. Those Sunday messages go out every night at 9 o'clock. If you are not getting those Sunday messages, that means that we do not have the right phone number for you. So please call the school and make sure we update that phone number so that you get the Sunday evening message. Parent-teacher conferences are coming up on September 22nd. Make sure you're ready for that. You're going to have to schedule an appointment with each classroom teacher. Make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. I do try to post as much as I can. I have teachers posting as well this year. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You can find the Principal Kemper YouTube channel as well. That's an awesome resource to get some amazing pictures of our kiddos. Thanks again for joining us on this virtual back-to-school night video. Thank you for listening, and thank you for choosing Indian Creek. And as always, keep exploring.